TNT Tropang Giga kontra sa San Miguel Beermen. A rusty start to the game for TNT. And then San Miguel able to stuff it in their face as Chris Ross gets the deuce on the second serving. Was against Alaska back in that Miracle conference. It's been a while since they've had this kind of problems or adversity, especially against such a formidable team in TNT. And look at Junmar Fajardo just carving out space inside. In this ball game, Williams trying to break down Ross. Williams said that Ross was the best defender on him so far in his young career, and he finds JP Adam for a three-pointer. Let me ask you this though. For a team that shoots so well, Junmar got that basket off that nice little twirl against Poy Eram. Bigyan mo pa ng isa.
Remember, Kelly Williams still not able to play in today's ball game, so that's going to put a lot of onus on the defense of Dave Marcelo.
Best player of the conference. Santos finishing off that nifty pass from Cabagnot.
This is the advantage of TNT. Even if they're not able to score on that fast break, you got to speed things up. You know you have the younger legs as compared to San Miguel.
You're saying that this pace so far favors San Miguel?
If you look at the offense, San Miguel is trying to slow it down. They're trying to go to Junmar Fajardo. The good thing about that is they're able to score.
TNT on the other end, Pugoy, Montalvo, Williams just flying up and down the floor. Ganda naman ng recovery ni Rosario to squeak by. Reseal is Fajardo. Cabagnot penetrating. That familiar signature bicycle layup by Cabagnot for two. Castro's on the floor for TNT. Marcelo defending against Big Mo. Ross penetrating. Tautua did not put the ball down, just decided to elevate for the deuce. 29 points in the first period of game number 3. They've only got 9 so far.
Well, 9 points of those 29. And 16 points? 16 points in the paint.
Everything,
Yes.
literally. No wonder why they're shooting at such a high percentage as Tautua now made it 18 points in the paint after getting that basket.
Mag-check. Pag nakikita ko magkano yung total.
Ngayon natin, 10 sale eh. Pagkakataon mo na to. What a move from Castro to get the deuce.
Well, you want, if you're TNT, for Jason Castro now.
Decidedly slower. It's been a ground and pound type of game. Beautiful find as Big Mo getting it from Lassiter for the deuce. Rosario for 3. No go. Marcelo second serving is good. Ross. Fade away. Yes. A big lead at the end of the first quarter. It's a 12-point advantage.
You look at the field goals right there, 23% as compared to 55% for San Miguel. You look at the turnovers, remember they had 24 in game number 3 and 23 in game number 1. Both games they lost. That helped defense.
They also had something to say also after that block. But it's literally the same Arwin Santos that we've seen for close to 20 decades, I think. Oy,
20 years, not naman 20 decades.
20 years, 2 decades. Another 3 from Santos on cue. Perez trying to defend. Eto si Santos letting it fly, his second three-pointer of the game.
Is he looking at JP Era? By Junmar.
Meruela, Montalvo. Yes. Big shot there for Gib Montalvo. Meruela. Ang ganda ng tapik ni Tautua. Terrence on the run. Libre. Big shot from Terrence Bell, Romeo.
Very few people are allowed to take a three-point shot on a 3-on-1 fast break.
And very few can make them at the rate that this man.
You have a CJ Perez, you have a Mo Tautua, you have a Alex Cabagnot, you have a Marshall Lassiter. So many options for the Beermen.
Oh, big shot there for Mikey Williams. Oh, Adam is down.
Well, looks like Tautua hit him on the way down accidentally.
Tautua, just unstoppable right now.
Well, they're trying to do it one-on-one.
Less than 8 minutes remaining and a 22-point lead for San Miguel. Romeo lets it fly. The most casual pull-up three from Romeo.
TNT in game number 1 only had 11 turnovers. In game number 2, again with 11 turnovers.
Ah.
In game number 3,
Almost a steal. Williams trying to chase away Perez. Pasok inside, Cobuntin. Friendly roll to get the deuce and stop that 10-0 run.
San Miguel already with 20.
Tautua. Oh, hinataw lang ni Cobuntin. And Tautua flexing on him as he gets that basket to fall plus the bonus.
A little bit late on the help that time for Cobuntin.
Pretty late. Wala na, nakaangat na siya eh. The greatest scorer to take pause.
I think also, you know, because of the defense of San Miguel that they've been showing here the first, especially at the start of the ball game, they've really taken TNT out of their game.
Papaisip ka talaga eh.
Very active defense. Everything is challenged.
Ross on the run. Counter steal by Reyes. TNT has numbers, and that's going to be Castro all the way.
Possibly the only uncontested shot for TNT right now. Plus the foul trouble, early foul trouble to the big men. It's definitely taken out. Na-discaril itong TNT.
Quick shot there from JJ Alejandro. Back on, kakapasok lang sa loob. This feels like such a long game, Dom, but
Just fouls in the second quarter.
Just for context, and there's still an entire second half to play. And if Castro and company can have anything to do with this, they're going to try to chip away. Things are going to have to change drastically for TNT in the second half if they want to get back into this game.
Trying to quicken the pace, open things up, get open looks.
Hey, Mikey Williams rather from outside.
You don't need to say anything anymore in the dugout because these players understand they are professionals.
Oh, no one getting back on defense for TNT, and a waltz in Luneta para kay Abay. It's Montalvo, Pogoy, Marcelo, Reyes, and Williams. 5 on the floor for Coach Chot. Reyes, kabila naman. No changes in the starting lineup. It's still the usual suspects for SMB. Alex trying to break down Pogoy. Oh, what a shot. Vintage move from Alex Cabagnot.
Wow, Marshall Lassiter just catching and shooting.
Incredible already. Tapos pag binigyan mo pa ng kumpiyansa at this level, I mean, what can you do against this kind of a team?
And if they're healthy, they're deadly.
Cabagnot, floater is good. Alex has been begging for a foul. TNT looking for offense, read perfectly by Ross, and another turnover on the Tropang Giga. Lead pass all the way is Alex Cabagnot. League high. Ross, Fajardo, deuces.
That's why you look at their clip in terms of a field goal shooting. They're shooting at 57% right now. They had a number of injuries. They were not able to do that, but they were still able to get to the playoffs. But in the end, they were just basically falling like flies because of injuries. Terrence Romeo also got an injury. So now they know. They're even more confident. Why? Because coming off the bench.
Complete turn of events here as Rosario breaking that three. Ross on the run. Finding Santos, rejected by Troy.
At that time, able to get back down. Marshall now with 10 points in the ball game.
Williams, floater, no go. Put back from Troy is good.
In game number 2, he had 7. But the all-important 2 points. In game number 1, he did have 10. Now he has 13.
Yun yung problema, binibigyan nila ng ano eh.
Spatial.
Oh. Jason against CJ.
Chris Ross chucked 7 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists.
The luxury of waiting for Fajardo to be healthy. As Castro knocks down the 3.
San Miguel, though, on the other hand, 26 in the first and 31 in the second.
Dagdagan pa ng 3 yung third quarter totals. As Arwin getting another one to fall. If you look up, in the dictionary, Romeo trying to put the moves on Pogoy. Romeo dancing. Oh, beautiful! A display. Pogoy. Pubuntin. Nakalusot. Bigyan mo pa ng isa.
One of the few times that they get an end one situation.
Williams probing, two-man game, extra pass. Libre si Cobuntin. Pasok yan.
And Rosario being unselfish to Cobuntin at the corner.
Oh, 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 hey, oh, Terrence Romeo putting on a show.
Oh, just a highlight right there for Terrence Romeo.
Woo.
And just opened up this basketball game for the Beermen. You're hoping that there's nothing serious with Poy Eram. You're hoping that Kelly Williams will be able to play soon.
Lassiter and Junmar and all those guys, as Eximeniano getting that end one to fall. You know, guys like Tautua, Fajardo also look great in this one. So,
and the players will now start to understand, hey, it's actually not that difficult to win ball games if this is the way we play. Decided to say, you know what? Let's put on our A defense in today's ball game.
Limited to only 60, it just goes to show you, di naman nag-iba yung players, diba? It's really just how different everyone has looked on the defensive end. Pero hindi sa sa sasayawan. Ibang usapan yan. Terrence Romeo.
Yan ang magaling sa sayaw. With that basketball, getting another easy layup.
Three-pointer from Brian Heruela.
Making sure that it was their way.
And that's one thing that I believe that, you know, this Fab 5 team, layup for Eximeniano. Timeout on the floor. It's of the 30-second variety for coming up right after this. Stautoa letting it fly. Meralco Bolts and the Magnolia Hotshot standing by.
Meralco, and you know they're happy to be able to get that win number 1, and today then that's huge for the Meralco Bolts, but it's gonna take another huge effort by Cliff Hodge.
Miguel respond. How would they be able to find a solution really to slow down TNT? And you gotta love is to just stick it to really what has brought them so much championship, the #1 energy drink. Angat ang lakas mo.
Basically from guys saying, oh, to all of a sudden reminding everybody that, you know,
this works. This still works.
Did you forget?
Yeah. I asked you this. I think I asked also other analysts before, Domna. In the case of TNT, if Summer knocks down the 3,
a loss is a loss.
Either way.
Right? A loss is a loss. And like I said, since this is the playoffs, you know what, that effort that I gave, I just need to do that same effort, or that game plan pretty much worked.
Vaughn, second serving, looking like a power forward in the paint. And Pesumal also came from a good basketball program, gets that shot to fall. 26-point victory, 116-90 is your final score.